Yeah, sucker. Oh yeah. Your brains are mine. Change is coming. It's coming. Implosion.
Our Imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And it's nothing we can use now. It's how we cope with this change. Will we respond actually? Will we learn to speak to the world in a new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it.
The fuck, Rumble? Oh yes, we integrated Rumble into the system, and it's still fucking broke. It's still fucking broke. Herpity derpy. Derpity derp. Scrippity deep. Skippity bump. Skippity bump. Skippity bump. The other argument that I'm making is when we evaluate tactics, strategies, and actions, the question we ask is, do we create a more horizontal distribution of power or not? Well, I don't know. Maybe we can save the world. Maybe it's possible. We can't know what the future holds, but we can act in accordance with our consciousness. Now, no matter what anyone tells you, something. You'd think I'd know that by now. I know most of it. I mean, that's basically it. Whatever, dude. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! What's up? What's up, mother suckers? How you doing? Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I'll be your host this evening in my $1 billion studio. Yep, I gave up $1 billion to live here and be this guy. You guys only knew the truth about what it means to be, man, well, I didn't give up on the United States. The United States gave up on me. You know what? I could have sold y'all to the devil. Well, I'm drinking my Baja Blast and I gave a shit. But you know what? I didn't do that. I stayed true to everything. Because I'm not even supposed to be here according to them. I'm early. So if I'm early, then what the fuck am I doing here? Huh? It's fine. Whatever. You guys like Baja Blast? I love me some Baja Blast. You know, I didn't like it at first, but I really love the lime. Just me and Seth we're just on Baja Blast. I like it so much that I make my own version of it by whenever I go to the 7-Eleven, I put fucking regular Mountain Dew and Blue Powerade together. Yeah, Baja Blast is pretty good, dude. I don't know. Taco Bell's gonna win the fucking fast food wars. You watch this shit. They already knew that the wokeness was taking over the world. They knew. They told us. I mean, and it's happening, bros. And honestly, masks for people are being taken off. Some folks are just not aware of all of the damn shit that is happening in the world today. I mean, it's fine to me. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to say who I am. Oh, yeah, that's right. My name is Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. And this is Griftcast IRL. And that's Lunchy over there. See, you see her over there? You see the lunch? You see the Lunchy? What are you looking for, baby girl? Did I move some of your hidden food over there? Anyways, yeah. So another day, another dollar, another bitch just got a holler or whatever. So, anyways, what's good? What are we talking about today? What's happening in the world? We've been off for Christmas. And then we're figuring we're going to start trying to do this again 5 days a week. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. I don't know if I can come up with enough. I don't know if I can muster enough courage to do this. Like, I mean, you guys don't get it, but I got to psych myself up for like an hour before I do a stream just to even, feel like it's going to be even half good. And even half the time it's still good, but even half the time it's not good. I don't know. What I do know is that, man, the world lost somebody today. Mr. Jimmy Carter, the man who said it was his life's dream to vote for Kamala Harris and see the first black woman president. Well, his dream, it was denied to him, and it killed him. Okay, maybe that's not what really happened, but definitely, I believe Mr. Jimmy Carter, he was a president of the United States. He brought us the Panama Canal. That's right, he brought us the Panama Canal. And yes, Jimmy Carter is also dead now. He was very, very old. Very, very old. He was what you consider a very old man. Maybe not the oldest man, but he was an old man. That's right. Chicken Little said so. They got themselves the hospice vote. And I should shout out the other couple people that are in the chat, like Mr. Blacksmith, Sewer Guy Rob. Yeah, that guy pays me money. I like him. What's up, buddy? And then we got, I like him so much. We're friends on Facebook. And then we got V. I don't even know who that is. But you know what? I guess they're all right. I mean, not the best. I mean, kind of an internet LARPer, but they know about Baja Blast and Taco Bell. I could dig it. Do you think Jimmy Carter liked Baja Blast? I don't know if he did or not. But I'm pretty sure he didn't like dying, although he hasn't really been himself for a real long time. I mean, he was in hospice care awaiting death when he made his last vote for Kamala Harris. And, unfortunately, it did not save the country voting for Kamala Harris for him. But, he has just been one of the oldest presidents out there. And, I mean, it's still kind of a crazy thing. The dude lived to be 100 years old, 100 years of life, running around on this world. He was around before World War II. He seen it all, and he even ran the whole goddamn country. He gave us the Panama Canal, and what's up? Oh, and he gave us the Panama Canal. Yeah, dude. Oh, they used to be friends on Facebook till we killed Facebook, Mr. Blacksmith. Well, how unfortunate for you. Sewer Guy Rob was in 3rd grade when Jimmy Carter was elected. Damn, you're fucking old, bro. Damn, son, how does it feel? How does it feel to know the dinosaurs? Okay, that was not nice. I'm sorry. Old. I'm gonna be like that old one day. The kids are gonna be all like, "Were you around when the Donald Trump MAGA war started, Grandpa?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, man, I was a veteran in the meme wars, man. I was in front of the computer every day, blowing shit up. It was crazy." Anyways, poor Jimmy Carter, though. Honestly, like, we all have a debt of gratitude. He really did give his life for everything the country had to offer. No, actually, he was only a single-term president, and, I mean, even Donald Trump says, Donald Trump mocked Carter in the single-term campaign trail ahead of his victory in this year's presidential election, and previously described him in 2019 as a nice man, but a terrible president. And this only really came after, I think, Jimmy Carter, in his very advanced age, said that Donald Trump was an illegitimate president because he got elected to the White House via Russian interference in 2016 and denied the greatest woman who ever lived, ever, Hillary Clinton, best woman out there, no one greater, not your mom, not your grandma, not motherfucking Teresa, suck it. I'm funny. Anyways, yeah, he was just, I mean, I don't really know much about Jimmy Carter other than he wasn't my favorite. If he was going to be going to be president when I was still alive, I definitely would have worked on his campaign. Shit, like, some people give me shit for working on the Obama campaign, and I'm like, yo, dude, when you fucking shotgun that shit out there, and they're the only people that call you, I mean, I wasn't begging. I was not begging. That's what I'm gonna say. They pay. It wasn't like I went to them. They came to me with the Mercedes. Suck it, okay? Suck it. They needed my jive. And you see what happened to Donald Trump when he didn't use my jive? He lost the election. Blamed it on a bunch of other shit, and specifically Donald Trump didn't win 2020 because of what he did to me. That's it. You don't have to believe that. Nobody's gonna get it, but you know what? Fucking Trump, fucking Don Jr., I see you, bitch ass Cash Patel. I remember. Yeah, motherfuckers. Yeah, you thought that you could just do all that nasty shit to your man Defango and then shit would just be fine. But no, you lost the whole fucking election and cried for 4 years. What happened this time around? Oh, that's right. Do a little respect on your boy. Just a teeny tiny bit of respect. And you won. What would happen if you gave me a little bit more respect? People would fucking change. The world would be fucking changed. It would be a different fucking world. Let me tell you that. It would be a different fucking world. Anyways, Joe Biden actually put out a statement about Jimmy Carter's death. I figured we would let the robot read it because my voice is beautiful. And it's also not that long. So we'll just go ahead and let that read that aloud.
Today, America and the world lost an extraordinary leader, statesman, and humanitarian. Over 6 decades, we had the honor of calling Jimmy Carter a dear friend. But what's extraordinary about Jimmy Carter, though, is that millions of people throughout America and the world who never met him thought of him as a dear friend as well.
Oh, not
With
me.
his compassion and moral clarity, he worked to eradicate disease.
Fuck that, not me, dude. If I want to see that motherfucker on the street, be like, you Jimmy Carter? You're a bitch.
Disease, forge peace, advance civil rights and human rights, promote free and fair elections, house the homeless, and always advocate for the least among us. He saved, lifted, and changed the lives of people all across the globe. Promote free and fair elections, house the homeless, and always advocate for the least among us. He saved, lifted, and changed the lives of people all across the globe. He was a man of great character and courage, hope and optimism. We will always cherish seeing him and Rosalind together. The love shared between Jimmy and Rosalind Carter is the definition of partnership, and their humble leadership is the definition of patriotism. We will miss them both dearly, but take solace knowing they are reunited once again and will remain forever in our hearts.
I don't want to look at
To the entire Carter family, we send our gratitude for sharing them with America and the world.
Your soul's already mine.
To their staff, from the earliest days to the final ones, we have no doubt that you will continue to do the good works that carry on their legacy. And to all of the young people in this nation and for anyone in search of what it means to live a life of purpose and meaning, the good life, study Jimmy Carter, a man of principle, faith, and humility. He showed that we are a great nation because we are a good people, decent and honorable, courageous and compassionate, humble and strong.
Alright, I'm having a real fucking hard time believing that Joe Biden wrote this shit. Just saying.
Strong. To honor a great American, I will be ordering an official state funeral to be held in Washington, D.C. for James Earl Carter, Jr., 39th President of the United States, 76th Governor of Georgia, Lieutenant of the United States Navy, graduate of the United States Naval Academy, and favorite son of Plains, Georgia, who gave his full life and service to God and country.
Goddamn, you know what? Before Jimmy Carter, the only thing I knew about the Carters was Lori Carter and them big-ass titties. Goddamn. She was part of the reason I decided to become a cheerleader, because I was like, wait a minute, so then I can hang out with the hot ass babe with the big old hooch, with the big old booty and the chi-chis. Man, I'm in! I don't give a fuck! Anyways, it's fine. Wow, that was just a really nice message. I'm glad that there's going to be a funeral and stuff. It's going to be on the TV. There are going to be people playing it all over the place. Just a real sad day. It's just a sad thing. Is it a sad thing? Yeah, it's a real sad thing. It's a sad thing. And then I just wanted to also bring it up because, people sometimes see that there's some overlap that happens in these news stories. And it is an interesting anecdote that Jimmy Carter was actually the president, the one-term president that his one big thing that he did that people remember, or at least you should remember if you know anything about civics, which you probably don't, because who gives a fuck about that shit anyway, is the fact that Jimmy Carter was actually the individual that gave control of the Panama Canal back to Panama. Yes, that is correct. That is correct, my friends. Back in the dizzle, Jimmy Carter was the one that pushed all that forward, which is really interesting considering all of the Michigan hoopla that has been going around, because Donald Trump said that we were going to take back over the Panama Canal. So that's just kind of an interesting little anecdote right there. Was that Donald Trump beefing with Jimmy Carter? Can we extend this conspiracy out to the very, very loose fact that Donald Trump may have had Jimmy Carter murdered and or could have killed Jimmy Carter because he started talking about Panama and Jimmy Carter was like, oh no, not while I'm alive. There's always a possibility, but who really knows? But there you go. There's the Secretarial General and the Estados Unidos, and we got fucking Jimmy Carter signing that shit over. And then we got the other bitches over there who I don't even know who any of this is. Who's this fucking guy? I don't know. Who's this fucking guy? I don't know. Old as fuck. Who's this guy? I don't know. Old as fuck. This guy looks young. That guy definitely looks shady as fuck. Doesn't matter. I don't know who any of these people are. They're all cocksuckers in my book. Anyways. But yes. It was a territory known to some who live there as a tropical utopia. The canal zone in Panama had been under control of the United States for 75 years, but in 1977, President Jimmy Carter signed treaties with Panama's leader, General Omar Torrijos, and with the sign of a pen, gave up that little strip of land back to Panama, and it's just really interesting when you think about it. You know, Trump's talking about taking that shit back over, and that was like Jimmy Carter's like pièce de résistance, and then he just died, and people could be like, "No, dog, I can't do that to Jimmy Carter, man. That's fucked up." And he's like, "I don't really give a fuck, man. Jimmy Carter was a bitch. He fucking voted for Kamala Harris." And he's like, old as fuck. He probably didn't even vote for her. It's probably just his fucking AIDS making him side shit for him or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? But yes. I figured we would get into that first because it's the big sad thing. We got to talk about the president dying and shit like that. Well, I mean, Donald Trump didn't die or anything like that. But I guess we should get into the actual meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes of today. Yes, all right. The meat and potatoes. Potatoes. What? What does this say, dude? I'm in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. You didn't know that my family owns the Merriam-Webster? Yeah. Well, not my family. Born into that family, but then they got divorced or whatever. That the dude that was supposed to give us all the money, pay for college and stuff, took off. And he spent it on all of his new hooker and shit. Okay, yeah. Anyways, sorry, somebody interrupted me. I had to read their message really quick. Didn't want to leak who it was or whatever. I don't know if they're actually watching the show, but we'll see. We'll see. What does this say? Confabulate. You're in the dictionary, huh? Oh, yeah, you're in the dictionary. You're in the dictionary, little man. Let's see. Huh. Anyways, where was I at? Oh, yeah, we were supposed to be talking about this other thing. Yes, this other thing. The thing that is about the story that we are in. Ah, yes. Mr. Oh, yeah, I should record this. So, folks, what are we actually getting into? What's the meat and potatoes of the show today? Elon Musk. Yes, Elon Musk. That's who it is. That's who we're talking about today. Yes, we still have Discord. No, we don't give it up. Anyways, Elon Musk. He's a guy that really, I mean, over the last year has tried to reinvent himself into something that he's never been. And I mean, most people would have had to say that he was very successful. He's been real successful at being himself, I guess. I mean, he bought Twitter, turned it into X, started paying people to post on X. All of a sudden, the whole vibe of the spot changed into some weird, smarmy Indian poo center. And, like, most people are still hanging out there, but everybody kind of realized that only the paid dipshits are the ones that are actually making money. And Elon's still doing everything that Twitter did. I mean, he's claiming that he's about free speech. He's claiming about all this other stuff, but it's pretty clear now that Elon Musk, his mask has been taken off, as it were, because he's really not being that America First guy that he thought he was. You know, the guy that started the America PAC that's claimed to be America #1, like Donald Trump and all this other crap. Well, it has turned into a very shifting fucking situation that, I mean, is just kind of crazy, dude. Kind of crazy. And it all seems to center around HB1 visas, right? And I don't like HB1 visas is because it's a form of legal immigration where people from other countries can come and work inside the country. And it's purported to be for like geniuses and stuff. But if you go actually look at the tales of the tape, you'll see it's a real different story. And a lot of motherfuckers coming over from India to work at 7-Eleven and shit like that. You know, Elon Musk heavily uses HB1s over a Tesla, claims that he can't find people that have these skills here in the United States, even though the people that he's hiring from out of seas don't have those skills either. Although they did lie about it on their resume and create like fake ones so they could get the jobs and stuff. But, you know, like, it's all coming to a head because a lot of people think that Elon took his mask off, right? Everybody sees that he's taking his mask off because, you know, we're supposed to be America #1. So, like, wouldn't that mean that you wouldn't want immigration? And I think two of the biggest tenets of the Donald Trump presidency were immigration, right? And that immigration seems to encapsulate legal and illegal immigration. And the term they're taking your jobs does not only seem to apply to illegal immigrants, which is the one thing that I've been trying to tell people for a long time. People ask me, why did you get a culinary school degree? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's because, like, after I graduated high school and was trying to get into the tech industry, I just wasn't able to because I wasn't Indian. I wasn't a Pajit who shit in the street. So, it was real hard for us, Americans with, 5-10 years of experience to fucking get a job. Unless you knew somebody. I mean, the only reason I had so much experience right out of school is because I got a job at Walmart in the systems department. I would not have gotten that job. Or I would not definitely not have gotten that job if I didn't know somebody. And now, it ain't even about that. Like, after I got out of, I worked in culinary for a while and realized that it was so much worse than working in IT for so many reasons. Getting back into IT was already crazy because I was like, every job is a subcontract, right? And before, at least the contractors and the recruiters that were calling me were Americans, right? But not now. Now, it's all what you like to call them, the dot heads. They're from the stands, Pakistan, India, whatever the fuck. They don't speak very good English, and they seem to have taken over the entire space, even though they don't even seem to be very good at doing any of this stuff that they're reportedly doing. And I mean, I've gotten jobs working for government organizations. Like, I had a job working with the Nevada DOT, and the recruitment companies that they were using were all, Indian dot head type deals, where these people were literally having those guys call us and then go sub-interview for their jobs. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is this shit? And I was like, I've applied for these jobs directly for you. Why can I only get hired when I go through, go through this Indian company that's, hiring people for a government organization? And nobody could really explain it to me. They're just like, oh, it's just how tech works these days. And I'm just like, what? Like, what? All of these Indian guys pick up American candidates and then shove in their Indian candidates on top of them to get them the jobs, and they could say, oh yeah, we interviewed a range of candidates, but only a certain group of candidates seem to be getting the jobs, and so on and so forth. And I mean, it's been a huge problem in IT for as long as I can remember, right? And the claim is that these people are more educated than you, which is a goddamn lie. They say that they'll work cheaper for you than you, which is actually the reality. And they'll stay working to stay in the country. So they're basically like cheap slaves that they can lord over, because if they lose their job, they're going to have to leave the fucking country. Right. Yeah. Right. That's exactly what's going on. And I mean, Elon Musk has really just changed his whole entire aspect to the point where, the current mood of Maga is starting to look a little something like this. Where it was Donald Trump was the guy that I was running for, who was against HB1 visas and said that they were necessary, but also said that he shouldn't have to be using them. We should be hiring American. And then all of a sudden, even Donald Trump is now like, well, we need the HB1 visas. We need the smart people. And is it all because this cocksucker Elon's like, well, I need these immigrants to work in my country. I know we were like America first, but let's still keep on importing all of these Indians and stuff that'll work for way cheaper than the Americans, because I can't run my country in America and pay people like they live in India if they're living in the United States unless you let me. Which seems to be the thing that they're actually trying to make it happen. And I mean, it's crazy that Elon Musk would put so much stock into the scams capital of the world. But then again, he's starting to show that he's not the America First guy, right? He's never been. His pack is just the America pack. And that means that he cares about taking over America, taking it in his direction. And we've seen that his direction isn't the greatest direction in the world, right? We have a censorship-ridden platform that's calling itself X that just doesn't seem to work in the way that people want. And then on top of that, he's got SpaceX, and I don't see anybody, using those rockets to get around the world. I mean, it still seems to be pretty private and pretty flash overall, if you ask me. I mean, even the government itself hasn't really been using them as much as they've wanted them to, as it were. And even more so, do you still hear people talking about Tesla Powerwalls? How's Tesla cars doing? Do you see a lot of people buying and driving Teslas and stuff like that, and then getting rid of them? Didn't Hertz just buy a bunch of them and then is offloading them for pennies on the dollars because they've been such dog shit? Elon Musk has done a lot on the face, but has he done enough to become a leader? And the idea here is no. I remember when I met this shithead and we did tequila shots. This dude drank tequila like a bitch, and I'm forever not a fan of him because he's not a real man. And even now, he could have all of these kids and fuck all of these bitches. He ain't a dad. And the main thing is he's even tried to pull at people's heartstrings by talking about his son that transitioned into being a girl and said that his son's dead to him. And he wasn't even man enough to stand up to his wife and stand up to his child to get them to not do that. And that's the reality of things. So I don't give a shit if you're like an Elon Musk dick licker or whatever. The reality is the dude's not a man. He spends more time than I do playing video games on the internet and hardly ever does anything other than run his mouth on the internet and play video games. And okay, he's a fucking billionaire or whatever the fuck. Does that really fucking matter? No, it doesn't. So, on all counts, you could try to disagree or argue with me on them, but at the end of the day, homie, you're the one that let that shit happen to your kid. You're the billionaire strongman playboy that's supposed to have all the fucking answers. Where was your fucking answer for that one? How come you didn't stand up for that shit and save your child as opposed to just letting them fucking go? Very interesting indeed. I think it's probably because he's South African and he's not an actual American, which Teddy in the chat says. And then you're right, Sewer Guy Rob, the Merlin Defango engines. Elon Musk would not be in space if it wasn't for me. If it wasn't for my engines and my designs and explaining to him in excruciating detail on how that works, an American giving him what he needs, SpaceX would still be fucking blowing up rockets. And did I ever ask for a fucking thing for any of that shit? No, because I'm a dumbass and I wanted the future of humanity to be great. And I thought that this shit fuck would be able to do it. And guess what? He's making it great for himself. And everyone else out there, anybody that's ever been associated to any of his companies and designed anything never gets any of the credit. Everybody sucks his dick for rockets going to Mars. Nobody ever talks about how they even got to that place in the first place. And sure, your new Raptor engines, but let's be real, there's just upgraded Merlin Defango engines. They haven't changed that much. You're just using a slightly different configuration and oxygenation cycle. Get the fuck out of here. So, the realization of where we're at is actually kind of fucking terrifying because, dudes calling us retards, saying that we're idiots, saying that we don't know what we're talking about, even though this is exactly what I've been talking about for the last couple of years. The big problems, the big issues, and while everybody's been bitching about what's been going on with X, nobody has been talking about Elon's little globalist play that's been happening in the background. His brainchild, XAI, Grok, just raised $6 billion from top investors, including BlackRock. That's right, his artificial intelligence company, XAI, on December 23rd, raised $6 billion from marquee investors like BlackRock, NVIDIA, and AMD to expand their AI infrastructure. his 10,000 satellites are creating microwave around the Earth, heating up the planet. No, that's no. If anything, it'd be cooling it down because they're blocking the sunlight. Anyways, so, I mean, right before Christmas and before Elon decided to take his mask off and basically be like, yeah, I'm not actually America first, he's just showed us in multiple different ways, in multiple different fashions. So he says that he wants to build AI bigger and differently than OpenAI, even though he's getting money from the exact same companies and corporations that are funding it. Cool. And the only difference between OpenAI and XAI intelligence is that the fact that OpenAI still has all of those safeguards and stuff that they said that they were going to use. And as I've seen so far, XAI has been rather quiet about all those safeguards and things that were originally proposed, which is very, very interesting. And then throughout this entire time, throughout this entire space, right, like, Teddy, there would have to be like a shitload of satellites, and they would have to be big as fuck. Like, and at that point, I would care more about orbital platforms, right? The orbital platform that's going to be used because they're going to have to shoot rockets into space and then stage them in an orbital platform and then fucking rocket from the orbital platform to Mars, and they're going to have to send multiple missions, right? Multiple missions? That's going to cause more damage than a bunch of little fucking satellites. Yep. That's it. So think about this, guys. Elon is supposed to be the number one guy. He's supposed to be the guy that was supposed to change all of this stuff and make things differently, and all of a sudden, it's starting to come up again, right? It's starting to come up again to the point where Donald Trump is saying shit like, I will bring jobs to America for Indians. Really? I mean, I thought we were bringing jobs back to America so that Americans did those jobs, right? Like, what's the fucking point of bringing a job back to America just to import the person that was doing the job to America? That doesn't make fucking sense, okay? It's never made sense. Oh, well, we want the best of the best, and like, what's the best of the best in your eyes? Cheapest, willing to work 20 minutes, or willing to live 20 people to a home and work 80 hours a week? Is that what your idea of good is? Because, like, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. Well, then you listen to shit like this.
Given the stature and the power of a...
Oh, well, that's actually not the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. Oh, nope. Not that one either. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Look at this.
It's not going to be business as usual. We're going to shake things up. It's going to be a revolution. And we're headed towards, I think, a fantastic future. I'm super excited. I look forward to experiencing that with everyone. It's not going to be business as usual. We're going to shake things up.
Yeah. It's not going to be business as usual. We're going to shake things up. We're going to do things differently. We're going to change it. No, that's not doing things differently. That is doing shit the exact same way it's been done since it's been done, right? Like, straight lying to you. Straight lying to you. And why is he straight lying to you? Because they apparently need these people. Here's a listing from the HB1 data. And if you just go to Tesla, look at that. HB1 salaries for Tesla in 2024. 1,500 in records from 2024. Median salary of $145,000, but the base pay is usually actually a lot lower for a lot of the characters, although there's some characters in there. And you'll see very quickly that these aren't the highest paid jobs out there. We got analysts and business operations associates, and oh, look at that. They're living in Sparks and stuff. So you're telling me that over 1,500 jobs that could be taken by Americans or not, because Elon would rather import some person from overseas to do your job and give them citizenship. It's really interesting. Process engineers, associate QA engineers, software development engineers, none of this stuff is looking to me like the pay that would go for the best of the best. If anything, it's almost like Tesla isn't getting the best engineers because they're asking for too much money. Like data center engineer, data engineer. I do that. I can't get hired for $100,000 to fucking go do that. I don't have the qualifications, even though I've been doing it for the last fucking 25 years. Make that make sense. That's why he's here. That's why he's saying all this stuff, because he doesn't want to hire American engineers. He doesn't want to hire American students and shit, because it's going to cost him more money. He wants to keep bringing in the immigrants because he never cared about America first. He never cared about immigration, illegal or otherwise, right? Like, you don't care about it, dude. 1,500 fucking plus jobs. Think about that. Probably how much of his country? I don't know. How many people are employed by Tesla? Huh. That's a lot of fucking employees, bro. This is by 2022. They had 127,000 employees, and 1,500 of them are on H-1B visas. Interesting. Could it be more than that? Or is it less than that? It says right now it's employing 221,000 workers as of June 2024, and that's after the last 14% layoff in workers since the year previously. So, what's the picture that we're actually painting here? Well, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are both billionaires who like to import all of their employees from other countries or other places. They want to do business in the United States. They want to make United States type money. They want to have United States type protections, but they don't want to actually have to hire those United States people. Right? Right? Mm-hmm. They just want cheap labor. And that's the thing, is that it's not like these people are coming over and fucking picking watermelons and shit. They're doing tech support jobs. They're doing phone jobs. They're doing IT jobs. They're doing engineering jobs. They're doing all of these jobs that I see I've been a part of for a real fucking long time, and I've been having to deal with it. Like crazy. Crazy. Like Elon Musk is pushing globalist ideologies conveniently wrapped in an American flag, but that's it. That's all it's ever been for him, is just, get Donald Trump in because we're going to be able to make more money and import more idiots. And this is exactly the same way that this pizza place that I was working at was working. Like, I know more about the business than either of the dumb fucks that were working at it. Could tell them their business numbers and stuff before they could even see it, had all of the information up front, and then went into their system and showed them that I was within 1% of their numbers. But do they care about any of that shit? No. Because instead of making you a manager, they're just going to fucking import their dumb fucking pedophile Uncle Steve from that country because he's gotten a lot of heat over there. They need to get him out of there. And he's going to be your new boss instead. And was that something that you want to do? Would you rather, be recognized for all that hard work and shit that you did on the resume, or just have them, bump up the fucking idiot that literally stuck his hand inside of a robot coop? Yeah, no, let's give the robot coop guy a chance at being a manager. I think that he's got what it takes. I mean, he's not smart enough to not put his hand inside a moving piece of machinery that will chop off your finger, and he did. But let's make him the fucking manager, because fuck those Americans. That's where they are. And you're right, Peter Thiel is also part Team Elon, you know? Elon has been doing this HB1 visa bullshit since for a long time. Like, to the point, I think actually Elon is probably going to get in trouble at some certain time. One guy, you mean to tell me that David Sachs was illegally circumventing American laws to outsource work to Indians on behalf of the PayPal Mafia, aka the Chabad network that goes as far back as 2010? Gee golly jeepers, it seems problematic. I wonder if that's why Elon Musk seems to be at the beck and call of the libs of TikToks, whose family, the Chaya riot checks, actually run the Chapadlovich synagogue, and they're behind the Chabad networks that are out there. And, you know, the idea here is, says, PayPal users, just code your remittances to India as goods rather than personal payments to circumvent this ridiculous ban. Yeah. David Sachs, the money man. I went to culinary school with this guy's kid, and I can honestly say that my money in crypto accrued so much money, in fact, that I put whatever numbers David Sachs made from 2010 till now to shame by like the orders of magnitude of like, what did he make during that time frame? Maybe like $2 or $3 billion. What did we do with Bitcoin that was just sitting? $91 billion? Was it $91 billion? That actually almost puts me up higher than Elon Musk, but not exactly that. So we're just going to hang back until we're like the richest motherfucker ever, and then we're going to just pull out our nuts and then just start dipping. You know what I'm saying? And then when everybody's all up on it, I'm just going to burn every single last coin to the ground. And then it'll be chaos because everybody will be murdering everybody because nobody will be having any money. And they can't return to the old money because we burned it all to the ground already. Anyways. Yeah, David Sachs actually deleted that too. So, you know, this is going to be a thing that's not going to go away because we've known for a long time what Elon's been up to with his people and how he's putting them together and sending his poop guardians after us. I mean, it's going to be a huge game over, actually. Like, Elon's been a part of PayPal for a long time. Like, everybody gives Elon all of this credit for PayPal. Did you know that Elon Musk actually was behind the first digital currency called BitCash, right? And it was a PayPal subsidiary. They were putting it together because they were trying to change the world, but they couldn't figure out how to stop the double spend problem, which means that anybody, and I mean anybody that had your account number, could send your money to somebody else, and you could not do anything about it because the system that he put together was written so poorly. And so poorly, in fact, that when people actually figured this out, they had to shut the whole fucking thing down. And then Elon ended up having to sell the company for like a couple million, like $147 million or some shit like that, just to save face in order not to lose everything. Like, this is a guy that's failed his fucking way up every fucking step of the way. And then I came back and I saw his little Bitcoin cash, or what was it? No, it was his BitCash thing or whatever. And me, a dumbass with a fucking rented computer from Rent-A-Center, was able to fucking fix that problem and create something that everybody's fucking using and making millions of dollars for. But just because I refuse to take the credit for it, because nobody's going to believe me anyway. You know, that's what Bitcoin did. It fixed the double spend problem. You know, the thing that Elon Musk couldn't do, the thing Elon Musk and all of those other guys added them back, and that one fucking fat fuck that recently was named, what was his fucking name? The guy that Satoshi Nakamoto, that guy? Like, all these people that they're pushing on there, that's why it's funny, is because Elon never was able to cut the rug and muster the snuff in any of these typical areas, but still managed to fail his way up. And it doesn't start making sense until you start looking at his familial ties and where he's getting his money from and where his fences is. I mean, this has just all been a very carefully orchestrated psyop to get people on his side, only for him to pull out the rug on everybody. And I think it's very fucking blatantly clear now, or at least it should be blatantly clear. I mean, the amount of gaslighting he's doing, even through his Pajit subsidiaries that sound exactly like him, is crazy. And, you know, most of the smart people have realized the Bitcoin thing and they understand that it's a trap, but none of them are actually capable of creating something better, right? Not even Elon. Like, Elon is still the holder of the Dogecoin keys, and he's done nothing with it. And remember, when we put together that one website where you could buy and sell and trade and tip people with fucking cryptocurrency, you know, didn't he say he was going to do all that stuff? Didn't we show how easy and possible it would have been to put that into the code? And after a year, all we got was, well, you could apply for monetization and maybe be approved. And then another year goes by. Yeah, they still don't have tipping. They still don't have any of that stuff. Any of that stuff that we did in, like, how long did it take us to do that, Squid? Actually, how long did it take you to do that, Squid? That only took you like a week, right? Not even that, like. And, like, I guess you are an immigrant, right? You're not from the United States, but shit, like, me and you, we put that shit together. I just came up with some ideas, and I told you what to put together, and you fucking did it. Like, it was not that hard. I'm basically Elon Musk. I'm actually better than Elon Musk. The only difference is I didn't have all the users that he has just because I'm not a billionaire and I didn't buy somebody else's platform. But if I was a billionaire and I bought this platform, you best believe within a month we would have tipping and crypto on that bitch. Or all of my Pajits would have been fired. 100%. Hell, I don't even think I paid fucking Squid. I think Squid paid me. Yeah, Squid sent me money. He did that shit for free. Who's a better businessman? Elon Musk or me? You tell me. It's me. It's me. Because Elon Musk can pay somebody to do it. I can get somebody to pay me for the honor of doing it. And it's still better. Yeah. Yep. Listen to this. This is Adrian Dittman, a.k.a.
The Maga movement
probably
will
Elon
have to
Musk.
deal with it as well. Because that's how it is. And don't hate the fucking big tech bros. Because out of all of them, Elon is the only one that's giving all of these crackheads a fucking voice. I want you to try and pull that shit on fucking Facebook and see how long you last. You ungrateful motherfuckers, seriously.
I call people Pajits, retards, and idiots on Facebook all the time. And you know what? My Facebook account has gone down one time. You know how many Twitter accounts I've lost since Elon took over Twitter? 5. 5, motherfucker. 5. Saying the same shit on both platforms. Posting the same pictures in the exact same words. Dropping N-bombs and shit. Calling people nigga. And literally, Facebook still hasn't ever fucking suspended, canceled, banned, blocked. They've made me delete one post. One fucking post. In all of the years that I've been on Facebook, since it started, because I was one of the first people on it. One time. How many times have I gotten nuked from X or Twitter? I can't even count. Probably in the 50s. How many times for X? 5 accounts. In less than 2 years. 5. 5. That's not free speech. Right? And everybody notices, yeah, that does sound like Elon's voice. Yeah, Adrian Dittman allegedly is not Elon, but everybody started to think that he is Elon all of a sudden again because, I mean, he's basically calling us creeps and retards, right? Like, you're the creep. You're the retard whose only claim to flame, Adrian Dittman, is that you sound like Elon Musk. You know how fucking sad that is? You're an impersonator Might want to take that shit down about 50 fucking notches, bro.
You keep crying censorship this, censorship that. You're not censored. Your takes just suck. Get over it, and get over yourselves. Honestly. I'm not an enemy of anyone, but if you hate me for saying this, so fucking be it. I don't care. I'm part of what's new.
I'm part of what's
new. You get to make that choice yourself. Do better. Stream more.
Yeah. Who's better? Adrian Dittman, Elon Musk, you, any of these other people? Like, it's all just gaslighting, bro. Like, Louis C.K. Gaslighting is getting exhausted from all the loyalists. This one might actually be Elon's burner, though. It says, the best take I've seen on the HB1 situation. When you refuse to let highly skilled workers into your country, not only do you lose out on the talent, but the best natives of your own country will go overseas and work with that person you didn't let in. And then he says, who the fuck is going to India from the USA to be an engineer? Fucking nobody. Fucking no one. Not a soul. Not a single mother sucker. Not a person. Not a goddamn soul. Mm-hmm. Yeah, think about that. Like, nobody's going over to India, the shitting in the streets capital of the world, to be an engineer. No, they're all coming over here to work for these countries. That's complete horseshit. It's like the worst takes that we've ever seen imaginable. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, I am not an Elon loyalist. I don't think I've ever been. And just to see how these guys, just to see how these guys have been asking or how they've been doing any of these things, like, it just doesn't make any goddamn sense, dude. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. I mean, looking at all the different stuff, like, we've looked at Adrian Dittman. Has Elon Musk, Brown Gumby, or Sachs showed any receipts for the Einsteins that they've supposedly employed? No, they don't got a single receipt for any of those Einsteins they employed. But has Elon Musk started censoring and making people delete posts and taking people's verification away because they're arguing with him about HB1s on his platform? Why, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's where we're at, dude. They're taking people down. They're removing individuals' paces. They're removing folks' they're removing things from these different people as they're coming forward, and there's really nothing we can do about it, right? Like, oops, wrong button. Without multiculturalism, Europe will not survive. Barbara Spectre, Jewish academic. And right now, multiculturalism is literally destroying Europe, and we're watching it happening in the streets of every day. They said, import Islam, it'll be fine for you, and now all of the Islamists are trying to bring Sharia law to England. Yeah, fucking retards. And then what does Elon Musk say? Without immigration, America will never win. Elon Musk. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it was immigration that won us all those wars and shit. No, we allowed immigrants to fight for the country to get their citizenship, but they weren't pivotal in winning the war or anything like that, from what I've been told. Yeah, just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, bro. I saw this. This was probably the best thing that I've seen. This is Elon Musk on how multiculturalism is supposed to affect the world.
I think it was a resurgence of anti-patriotism, because at this point in time, America has not yet learned how to win in the ultra-MAGA sense. And I think Indian CEOs and
my Indian friends are going to be a big part of this transformation taking place. I mean, if you are willing to work 80 hours a week and live in a shared house with 20 other people in squalor, then maybe you don't deserve to survive. I think there's a resurgence of anti-pagitas.
Elon Musk, shadow president of the United States of America. Yeah. I mean, is he the shadow president? Is he the president? Are we just supposed to, like, take all of his takes now and then just get it and shut the fuck up? Like, literally, these are the people that they're importing. No, I'm not trying to be racist, bro. I did not do this TED Talk.
If this circle represents all of the open defecation that happens in the world, this is the fraction that happens in India. And this is the fraction that happens only in rural India. 65% of rural Indians defecate in the open. So what that means is that most of the open defecation that happens in the world happens in rural India, and most rural Indians defecate in the open. Every day, 500 million people in villages in India go in the fields rather than use a toilet or a latrine. That's bigger than the population of the United States. If this circle represents
Wow. I didn't hear that last part. That last part really saw that when I first watched that, I thought it was funny enough when she got the pie chart up there saying that here's the world, and then here's how many people live in the world, and then here's how many. Oh my god, that is a lot of shit, bro. Are we sure that it's not the Indians that are contributing to global warming from all the shit and not the cows? That's fucked up, man. That's like the most fucked up shit that I've ever heard. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, 500 million people daily in India, larger than the population of the United States of America, are pooping outside. But Elon Musk says, we got to bring them over here. And, you know, it really just started to make, like, it's shocking. That's a shocking fact that you cannot even continue or even try to argue. Like, you can't argue that, dude. You can't argue it whatsoever. It's like, oh my god. But then I saw something else that probably made me think the most that I could ever think, and I'm trying to find it right now because I posted it this morning. And let me tell you, it's probably the craziest thing that you'll ever see. I think they deleted it, honestly, because I don't even see it. I don't even see it on my fucking thread anymore. Oh, here it is. This is it. This is it. X is headquartered in San Francisco, so maybe we're on to something here. So here is a map of all of the incidents that human feces were located in San Francisco, okay? And there's it in a bar graph. So maybe we've been looking at this whole shitting in the streets in San Francisco thing the wrong way. Like, maybe this strong correlation in between shitting in the streets and San Francisco has nothing to do with homelessness and everything to do with the infusion and influx of individuals with H-1B visas coming into the country. I don't know. I'm just postulating here. I'm not saying that it's facts or whatever. I'm just saying that's a lot of shit. If that's a lot of people shitting in the streets, and San Francisco is the tech capital of the world, and if a lot of people in India are apparently really, really good at tech, then wouldn't it be prudent and wise to assume that it was them shitting in the streets? Like, am I wrong? Like, am I being racist right now? Like, I have shown you the facts. We have shown you the Indian chick from the TED Talk that talks about people pooping in the streets and how the highest concentration of the people that poop outside in the streets come from India. Okay? This is a fact. This is a verified fact over many hundreds of years. And then very recently, when tech started booming in San Francisco, which seems to correlate very highly with the 2008 to 2011 period, there was a very extreme rise in the cases and amounts of people shitting in the streets in San Francisco. And nobody actually wanted to bring it up and say that it possibly be because of all of the people from India that have been immigrated into the United States to work for said TED companies, not understanding the culture in a very real way. That's fucking science, bro. You can't fucking cancel me for that. You can't cancel me for that. This is science. This is a very well thought out theory. Okay? This is who this is what Elon Musk wants. He wants shitting in the streets. He wants 20 man to a room, 80 hours a work week, and cheaper payments. That's why he wants them, bro. It's fucking science, bro. Literally. You can't argue with these facts, bro. Can't argue with these facts. Right? Listen to Elon. The reason I'm in America along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, it's because of H-1B. Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. Oh, really? Are you and your boys going to start shitting in all of our streets? Are you going to expand the street shitting opportunity? How many of those shits in the street belong to the people that work over at X? Mm-hmm. Elon, I don't think that you understand that you do not want to fuck with the American people, and you definitely don't want to fuck with me. But you coming out here and acting like you're fucking shadow president of the world, and then basically shitting on Trump's entirety of his base. I mean, what could possibly make you think that this is the way that you need to be going with this? Yeah. Dear untrainable fucktards, or it says, dear untrainable racist subtards, when you finish fucking yourself in the face, please post positive content. Love, Elon. Right? Because Elon actually came out today and was like, yeah, I want you guys to post more positive content on the platform. You guys need to post more positive platform. I know that I called you subhuman fuckwads, but please post more positive content on the platform and stop running around. Yeah, can you stop running around and calling everybody Pajeets? It's really annoying our engineers. They don't like the racism. And then, could you guys maybe cut down on all the anti-Jewish rhetoric? Yeah, could you cut down on all that too? Because, yeah, my investors are getting angry. Yes, they are. What's that? Right-wing accounts are now accusing of Elon of censoring them. All of the influencers have lost verification status as well as our own paid. Our brand did nothing. We spoke out against H-1B visas, and it appears that Elon Musk intentionally shut us down and suspended every account associated with us. And yeah, it's real, dude. You are no longer an affiliate of Conservative OG. Your account is now under review for verification. Yep. Any accounts that have been speaking out about this or telling Elon's wrong, he's on this, well, guess what? He's literally just taking your accounts away and censoring you. I thought that X was a free speech platform, but why does this not actually seem like free speech? Does it seem like maybe Elon telling us to go fuck our own face was not the right move? Maybe? Yeah, probably not. But I did use Grok to generate this image of Elon Musk telling me to go fuck my own face, which is I guess cool. AI's cool. You know, I pay for my check mark. Don't know how much longer I'm going to have my account after posting all of this fun shit, but goddamn, at least we're having some fun on this one today. I feel like we're having a little bit of fun with this one today because I did not realize that today was going to go like this, right? Like, I don't get it, bro. I'd hired immigrant over an American born every time. Grant Cardone, Trump guy, Scientologist, labor exploiter, real estate agent, and big scammer and fraud, who actually is pretty litigious and sues people for saying everything they say. So, Grant Cardone, if you want to catch me outside or in the courtroom, bring it on. But let me tell you, you're going to lose a lot more money on me than me on this one, because you're going to be taking on the man who took on the DNC and all of their different law firms and teams who are definitely better than your law firm and team. And I will promise you that you may try to take me to court, but I'm going to take you to the fucking playground, homie. Anyways, hating on H-1B is ridiculous. A few results. How it made better. Elon Musk, SpaceX, Tesla. Both of those companies existed before Elon Musk was around, and they were already going up. Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA. Cool. Sergey Brin, founder of Google, co-founder of Google. Oh, cool. Yeah. I don't really see any top winners there. Maybe I'm wrong or whatever, but I just saw Pajit, white dude from South Africa. That's all I saw. So, yeah, maybe Trump did sell out to the tech bros, but I don't think it's Trump selling out. I think Trump just let these guys do what they want, and out of nowhere, he's starting to review everything that's being said, and I'm probably right in this particular opinion. Like, nobody seems to get it. We've all been looking at it. We've all been talking about it.
H-1B very well.
So maybe we should hear what Trump has to say. And here's what Trump has said before.
First of all, I think, and I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it. Very, very bad for workers. And second of all, I think it's very important to say, well, I'm a businessman, and I have to do what I have to do, and it's sitting there waiting for you, but it's very bad. It's very bad for business in terms of, it's very bad for our workers, and it's unfair for our workers, and we should end it.
So Trump was already pretty clear in 2016 about what he thought about it. But now that he's under the influence of Silicon Valley donors, pieces of shit like Elon Musk, and all of a sudden seems to have changed, right? Everything has seemed to have changed. But then again, let's take a look at this. By the way, god damn.
He's just amazing. He's going to bring humanity to Mars.
I don't know who she is, but...
You're not being serious, are you? This is a bit, right? What? He's a genius and a self-made billionaire. You might want to sit down for this. He started his first company with money from his dad and his rich friends. Well, he ran it well enough to make it huge. Not really. He sold it for $22 million to a larger company that was just trying to squash all competition, and then he got even more money.
Raising $50 million is a matter of making a series of phone calls.
He's still a genius. You'll never be able to take that away. His online banking startup had a security flaw that was so bad you could transfer funds from anyone else with just an account number. The board fired him because he was ruining the company financially, but he still made $180 million when it sold. He is the reason we can have a green future.
Well, I'd like to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. That'd be cool.
What he really wanted was fame. But he still founded Tesla. Tesla was founded by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpennin. Who? Not Elon. He bought in. He became CEO in 2008, then started a media campaign to get loans and investments. Daimler said they would invest if he got a Department of Energy loan, so he lied and said he did. Then he applied for the Department of Energy loan and put Daimler's involvement on that application. He lied to get the loans? Yep, $451 million of government money, and now Tesla makes money in an interesting way. Selling carbon credits. Companies' carbon emissions are capped, and Tesla reduces emissions, so they earn a lot of credits, and they sell them to the companies that go over. The few quarters that Tesla was profitable were mostly thanks to this. That just erases the progress. When Elon tweeted, "Funding secured, Tesla going private at $420, that was a lie, and it inflated the stock price of Tesla.
My cash balances are very, very low. I simply had loans against my stock, so if Tesla and SpaceX went bankrupt, I would go bankrupt too.
Now he's being sued for $248 billion for buying Dogecoin, then using his public presence to inflate the price and profit off of it. He says he's going to save the planet. And
she forgot to mention that he actually controls the main keys for Dogecoin. So essentially, he owns Dogecoin. So he was given the keys to Dogecoin and ownership of Dogecoin, and then inflated the price of Dogecoin, and then rug pooled his investors.
Save humanity while he exploits people and the system.
Yeah. So, he does some cool stuff, but is he the greatest, and should you be on your knees sucking his wee-wee? No. No, you should not. But we should say thank you to Lizzie Jean Williams. She gave us some money, baby. We like money. Ding, ding, ding. Check out Trump in the Saudi with his hands on the glowing Palantir. Glowing bowl. I love you. Thank you. Well, thank you for your $8 Canadian. We appreciate that maple syrup money and whatnot. And yeah, I guess I could kind of remember that. Was Elon Musk there holding the globe with them? Was he trying to take over the world and that shit? I don't know. All I really do know is that shit, man. This is really what it be like, dog. I want to hire the most qualified candidate. I want to hire my own people. I want to hire the most qualified candidate. I want to hire my own people. Yeah. This is actually what happened in the tech community. That's why Americans can't get tech jobs, just because they imported all of these people on H-1B visas, and until all of the Americans weren't around anymore because all of the other people would work for cheaper. And it just keeps going down like that. You used to easily be able to get a data center job paying $50 to $80 an hour, and now you're lucky if you can get $30. Because the only way you're getting that $50 an hour job is giving up $20 an hour to a recruiter to get it. Because if you're not coming in with the recruiter, well, guess what? You're just not going to get hired. Period. End of story. And it just keeps going like this. Keeps happening like this. And it says Indians get tech jobs because of scamming and nepotism. It's well known in the tech industry that their coding is sloppy and sucks. Here's definitive proof. In the Olympics of tech, the most medals go to Americans, Eastern Europeans, and Asians. In India, meanwhile, its tremendous population ranks at the very bottom. If it were a true mediocrity, America would be recruiting from Eastern Europe and Asia, and there would almost be no Indians in tech whatsoever because they're the absolute worst. And the reality is that that's correct. The data doesn't even follow what Elon Musk says about this. And notice this, they're not hiring people from the actual good companies like America, Asia, because people hate China and shit like that. That's a fucking lie, bro. It's a complete lie. Like I code better. I don't even code anymore, and I code better than these people. I don't even code anymore, and I can tell the AI robot to code better than these people. It's not rocket science, but it's something else. And the fact that this is the hill that Elon Musk has decided to die on just kind of makes me fucking laugh, dude, because this is the funniest fucking shit that I have ever fucking seen in any fucking place. And I mean, Elon Musk got really pissed. He got real pissed, dude. He gets real pissed, bro. He only gets pissed off. Why did Elon Musk lie about HB1 visas? Yeah, dude. HB1 visas, bro. People are using HB1 visas to bring the best of the best. Top talent. Number one cashier job at 7-Eleven goes right to this guy. HB1s. Hundreds of thousands of them for different 7-Elevens and convenience stores and other places all over the fucking country. Yeah, they're bringing in their best. No, dude, they're not. Some companies, like Tesla, abuse the system so that they can pay people less. 100%. But the majority of people that are using the system are bringing in these people, right? And here's, where did I lie, liar? Where did I lie, liar? Yeah. In case anyone needs it spelled out, the globalist strategy is to run the crock out on the great replacement of the white nations by having your politicians play games to pretend they're trying to do something while never actually stopping the flood of foreigners. They will pretend the Mexican border can't be enforced while people get sick of that. They'll airdrop some Haitians into your town, and when people make a fuss about that, they'll give 10 million Indians H-1B visas, and so on. Yeah. And yeah, Tesla pays their engineers $80K a year, which is really fucking low for somebody that's coming out of college. But yeah, it's actually not that low if you're a person from India that they're hiring and bringing over. That's actually pretty good because they would not be able to make anywhere close to that. That'd be a godsend to them. Yeah. The reality of all of it is very fucking clear. And then when you go look at Elon Musk, you can see right here. You can get a $29K a year worker in the USA. No one believes you need to hire non-Americans for jobs. You're trying to save money while when they say that you're taking these jobs, they're taking these jobs is what they're talking about. There are over 330 million people in America. Surely there must be enough Americans to build your ultimate team. Why would you deny real Americans opportunity by bringing foreigners here? Your understanding of the situation is upside down and backwards. Of course, my companies would prefer to hire Americans, and we do as much as it's easier than going through the incredibly painful and slow process of visas. However, there's a dire shortage. Yeah. There's no shortage. There's no shortage. We all knew who the snake was. We all knew who the snake was. We all knew who he really was when we really started looking into this. So, to me, it's not really anything. It's not really anything. It's just Elon, bro. It's just Elon. Like, it's insane. It's crazy. It's like fucking nuts, bro. Fucking nuts, bro. Having lived in Silicon Valley for 20 years and founded and sold an AI company, I've seen firsthand how we rely on H-1B visas to fill grueling, unglamorous coding jobs, but the jobs are essential and we need them, capable people doing them, but the system needs an overhaul. To keep pace with global competitors like China and India, we need Americans ready to tackle challenging jobs in these fields. We have them, but often STEM graduates turn their noses up at these entry-level, low-paying coding positions after investing in a costly education. So why are immigrants from India and China and elsewhere so eager for these jobs? Not because they're glamorous or because these roles don't exist back home. It's definitely not because they offer high-paying salaries. It's something else driving them. Undeniable proof that the United States is the single greatest nation on earth and that people from every corner of the globe come here, not to China or India, but to here. I take issue with some discourse I've read online today suggesting lazy American culture is the main driver of why we need to continue the H-1B visa program. Let's be real. Tech companies are getting massive breaks on cheap labor and at the expense of the American way of life and is predatory. Blaming our culture on why American STEM graduates won't take underpaying jobs is both ridiculous and fucking insulting. Yep. 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 You watch the malware tech stream today, and I got him to laugh about it too. He turned up like a $44 billion company and a $3 billion company in a week. Yeah, I'm not allowed to watch the malware tech stream. He banned me from his chat. He hates me. And he hates me because when he got arrested, malware tech blog Marcus or whatever, never met the guy, no idea who the fuck he was or whatever. I just had looked into his stuff and we did a video about his, and I said, well, here's what the cops are going to do because they think that he's involved, and even if he claims that he's not involved, he's still going to get arrested. He went and did a talk at that DEF CON, and I ran into him, and I was like, hey, bro, how you hold it up? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, the feds haven't gotten you yet? And I was like, yeah, dude, they're going to arrest you before you leave. So, like, I would highly recommend that you just leave now. And maybe you might get away from them, but I'm pretty sure they're waiting for you at the airport over the whole, malware thing. Didn't know who it was. I just gave him a heads up. And ever since then, he just blocks me instantly on every account. Blocked me on his YouTube channel and all this other shit. And I'm just like, bro, I was just telling you that you're getting arrested. It's not my fault that I know these things or whatever. I have superpowers. You don't. You might be good at hacking. And I could just hack your computer with my brain. We're not the same. The difference is that I only use my power for good. And, well, you're a piece of shit. Anyways, so, the moral of the story is don't tell internet criminals that they're about to be arrested to try to help them because they're going to think that you're a scary motherfucker, okay? The scariest motherfucker, in fact. But it's this question. It's like, I have trouble getting tech jobs already because of my online personality, because of who I am, and all this other shit. And then on top of all of that, I still have to deal with the Pajit Squad and everything else that has to go with it. I mean, I've lost out on jobs to so many people like this and so many visas over the years that I don't even care. Nowadays, it's like I go and apply for a company and the company won't hire me directly, but they'll hire my company to do the same job for them and work, which doesn't make any sense. And they'll pay twice as much. Like, they won't be able, I will go interview for a job at a data center. They won't hire me for that data center job. They were only paying $35 an hour. But then, a week and a half later, I will get a work ticket to go there for $65 an hour for only like 2 or 3 hours just to get me in there because they still haven't hired somebody and they need somebody to do the job. And then they call to see who it is, and then they realize that I'm the same guy that they had just interviewed, and I'm like, yeah, not good enough to get hired by you, but good enough to get contracted with you and do the job anyway. Damn. Must really suck to be on your end of things. You guys could do a lot better if you just hired good people that lived in America, now couldn't you? It's crazy, bro. Crazy. Elon Musk has basically changed things. He's changed everything for himself, for everybody else. He's changed it. And I mean, it's really going to affect him moving forward, I believe. Like, this thing is definitely going to be affecting him because it was always all about the money for him in the first place, right? It's about paying people. It's about getting people who will work like dogs and slaves for less money that they could control with a visa. They'd much rather hire those people than somebody like me because they'd actually have to pay me good money, right? And even if I'm willing to do the same job that the Indian engineer is going to do for shit money, they're still going to hire that guy over me because that guy is going to be under their thumb and I wouldn't be. That's the problem. It's the issue. That's why we're having this huge repartee in this particular area. And it's crazy. You're right, Grammar. It is a rough pivot for Elon right before Trump's term because it's like Elon made it seem like he's doing everything to help Trump, and then he just legitimately exploded cum all over everything. There's really no other way of putting it. He's just completely imploded and devastated anything that would have came out of this, right? Like, if he didn't open his mouth about it, and if they would have quietly just worked towards it, I don't think anybody would have noticed in time or would have cared. But the fact that he opened up that cum catcher and fucking started talking about it, he has effectively completely ruined it to the point where nobody even really cares what Trump is going to do. Everybody's going to be pushing to get rid of Elon in the main area. And the reality is that we never needed Elon. MAGA's never needed Elon. Elon is not MAGA. End of story. MAGA is America First, which includes America. America. So, who really knows, dude? I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know how he could have fucked up this bad, but then again, I remember that he is a fucking moron. So, yes, I do actually understand how he could fuck up this bad. He's not a political person. He's not a smart person. Fucking X was worth $44 billion when he bought it. It's worth $3 billion now. That's a $41 billion loss. That's tragic. That's not good business whatsoever. And they're still paying people. So, like, you know, if he can show me how he's going to bring this company up to be one of the top downloaded apps again, then maybe I would be there. But we're not even close to that. The only time they ever talk about them being number one in anything is like, yeah, we're number one in the news category, but it's number 5,000 something on the top apps category. Like, Jesus Christ, man. So what can we really say? I mean, honestly, I think people should know more about it because it's not plumbers and shit that are getting hired for these jobs, but it might be here in the very near future, guys. Like, it might be. Like, who runs Fast and Friendly LLC? Why do they got so many H-1B visas? And Fast and Friendly, that kind of sounds like some sort of company like DoorDash or something, doesn't it? Yeah, that doesn't sound like a company that's profiting anything, but yeah, Fast and Friendly LLC importing a lot of store managers. I didn't know that we didn't have good store managers. You had to get the best of the best of store managers. You got to import them. I did not know this. 50K a year jobs. Oh yeah, we need the best of the best, you guys. We need the best of the best. Yeah, I just don't think that people really do it. And yeah, how many truck drivers are H-1B? No idea, bro. We could probably go look that up and see it, but what's it really going to do for us other than tell us what we already fucking know? Yeah, what do we know? Oh, yeah, what do we know? We know that, yeah, Elon fucked it all up. I mean, look at this one. Elon is so kind, down to earth, humble. Meeting him only made me realize even more the greatness. Thank you for being yourself, Elon. You inspire us. And then Dodge Designer also said the threat is not illegal the threat is illegal immigration, not legal immigration. And it just so happens that if you look to CB Dodge in his picture, what is he? He's a pudgy! Yeah. That's why Elon loves those guys, because those guys are willing to lick his fucking taint for an ounce of attention. Oh, and that's why he pays this guy to promote and post everything. Oh, yeah! Dude, it's like, X is just a fucking Indian scam paradise, bro. Like, that's what it is. That's why there's so many bots and shit. Like, it's just funny. Once you start looking at it, you start to realize that they never cared about any of it. And really, the main thing that we need to worry about is that, do we want this to be the country of shitting in the street? And I say,
all of the open defecation that happens in the world.
Keep the open defecation in India.
This is the fraction that happens in India. And this is the fraction that happens only in rural India. 65% of rural Indians defecate in the open. So what that means is that most of the open defecation that happens in the world happens in rural India, and most rural Indians defecate in the open. Every day, 500 million people in villages in India go in the fields rather than use a toilet. Or
500 million people a day shit outside in the open in India. And that's who Elon Musk wants to bring into the country to run SpaceX and Tesla and X, because fuck you, Americans. You're dumb retards and nobody likes you. I mean, honestly, I never could have ever even thought that Elon Musk could ever have screwed this up so bad. But yeah, he did, dude. He did. He did, to the point where he's just tried to get away from all of it. He's just trying to get away from all of it. Posting over it, trying to say stuff over it.
You wish for something that sounds good, but if you get it, it's actually a dystopian situation. So, you could sort of run a hypothesis of, like, if you wish for world peace, sounds good. Mm-hmm. But how is it enforced? At what cost eternal peace? It might actually be worse to have eternal peace because of what that would entail. It might be the suppression of progress.
Yeah, Elon. Big. Yep. I said we're being positive today. Yeah. You got to think about this, dude. The more that we go down here, the better, or the more that we scroll down this, all of a sudden, the better you can see. Hey, yeah. You don't see it as a problem, bro. He doesn't see it as an issue at all. He's in the right, not you. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. And honestly, I don't know who the right is. I don't know who the woke left is. But we don't need H-1B visas to make this country good. Yeah. Twitter doesn't need 7,500 employees. All it needs is 150 HB1 workers willing to code in goblin mode. And then, yeah, take a look at that. Look at that. Look at that diversity in that crowd. I see a lot of diversity. I see a South African guy. I see a shitload of people from India or the Stanny countries. I see like a white guy. You got that one fat Asian in there. Based on the eyes, I'd have to say that motherfucker's Korean because he's fat. Chinese people's eyes are twisted a little different. Generally, always skinny. Not very, very, very difficult to find a fat China person. But yeah, just looking at that makes a whole lot of sense to you, because X wouldn't exist if they didn't have HB1 visas because he refuses to hire Americans. Yeah, if X actually didn't have HB1 visas, the only guy that would be working at the company would be this guy right here. Him. Because, I mean, Elon would be able to run the company, I believe, but he's not even an American citizen, I thought. So, yeah. Maybe this Asian guy right here is an American citizen. He looks like a Korean guy that immigrated to the United States, lived here, ate a lot of In-N-Out, and then just loves America. Yeah. Cheap labor. Tax slavery. That's what it is, bro. Don't act like it's not that. Don't act like it's something fucking else. And I mean, I hate to even put Steve Bannon on my system, but...
Let me just restate something. As a fact, the H-1B visa program is a total and complete scam from its top to the bottom. Let me just restate something. As a fact, the H-1B visa program is a total and complete scam from its top to the bottom.
Top to fucking bottom. A scam that fucking fucks the United States 100%. Yeah. And don't worry, guys. The H-1B system is not being abused. We need cashiers at 7-Eleven. We need the best cashiers at 7-Eleven ever. We need store managers. We need them. We need architect interns. Yep, we need them, bro. We need those HB1s to get interns, bro. We need directors of pickleball to be imported in Kansas. We fucking need them. We need them. We need them because we can't hire you shitty piece of crap Americans to do those jobs. We just can't do it. Yep. We just can't do it.
H-1B visas. Would you support allowing more H-1B visa immigration to the United States? I'm sure there's a lot of counties, say in like rural Florida, who would love to have a qualified doctor no matter where that doctor is from.
Yeah, but the problem is the way that has been implemented, they will bring in people in technology from other countries who work for lower rates than what Americans work for. And so I don't support undercutting American wages, and the H-1B program has been used.
Adrian Dittman would never come on my show. I've invited him on my show multiple times, but since I'm not a popular X account due to my account that was popular and massive, that was getting 42% the expected viewpoints, where I was getting like 30 million views and shit, that one got put down. So, I'm not good enough over there. They won't come on my show. I asked him, but I'm pretty sure after I called him a fucking retard and a dumbass, I don't think he'd want to come on my show anyway.
To do that,
I would just call him a retard and a dumbass again. I would just call him a retard and a dumbass again. Now, let's see. An army of well over 100,000 qualified skilled engineers are currently working in Australia, driving Ubers or doing some other kind of work that is not related to engineering. This is an emerging national disaster. Australia's skill crisis will get work until the deep pool of unenlisted labor is tapped. And you know what? It's the same problem here. Same problem here. People are getting laid off from tech companies and they're having to drive for DoorDash. I mean, shit, dude. Every time that I'm not making enough money doing my contracting, I have to go drive for DoorDash, and I should never have to do that. I should just be able to get a fucking skilled job that gets me there. I mean, I've literally worked for fucking colleges and fucking high schools and government organizations, and I have years of experience, but nope, none of that matters because they can hire somebody else for cheaper and easier. Just that's where it is, dude. This is fucked up, bro. Gaslighting us for 48 hours straight because, because the Dick Sucking Factory LLC needs a head receiving manager for $171,000 a year. Fuck you. Down with HB1 visas. Down with them. Up with Americans. Get hiring Americans, bitch. Start hiring Americans, motherfucker. Jesus Christ, why is it so difficult? Why is it so hard? This is it. Here's the real reason why big tech clamors for HB1 visa workers. Because if you're a software engineer, you ask for $161,000. But if you're an HB1, you're only going to get $129,000. If you're an analyst, you normally get paid $99,000, and you're going to get $91,000. And really, it's just a simple calculus, really. It's just cheaper to pay them. Every single person that tries to say that it's something else is just fucking gaslighting you, Elon included. And I'm just kind of happy that this is all happening today. And I'm guessing, I'm guessing we've saved this off for a little bit longer. Yep. We don't need them. Stay over there. Poop in your own streets. Don't come over here, take our jobs, and poop in our streets. Even in chefing, bro. HB1 visa cook number 1, 2s, and 3s cooks. Base salaries $22,000, $39,000. Yeah, even if you're in the cooking industry, you can't get away from HB1 visas. And that was the thing that made me realize is that when I was trying to go get jobs to be a chef, because I had all this experience and a degree, and I was dumb enough to think that that would be enough. Yeah, no, they would much rather just import somebody for that job, pay them less. So I made the sudden realization that, you know what? If the cooking's not going to do it for me, and I'm not going to get to do what I want and love because nobody's going to give me the time of day, then I'm going to go back into tech because at least I can get sort of the time of day there and make a little bit more money. That's really where it is. So do you think that Elon Musk made a huge mistake and has pretty much destroyed any of his chances moving forward? Yeah, I would have to think so. But other than that, like, what can we really do? What do we really have to say other than fuck, Jimmy Carter died. And Elon Musk took off that Antichrist mask and is basically showing us who his real globalist self is, which is really crazy. And now it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense why you can't say certain words about India. It makes sense why you can't say certain words about the Jewish ideology. And now we're starting to all realize the truth. And I think Mr. Bannon probably puts it the best.
Elon Musk, once again, brother, I'm smart enough to tell you no to your face, and I'm evil enough to be able to expose you as a running dog for the greatest enemy this nation's ever had. You're a war profiteer. You're sleeping with the enemy, brother, and you've been doing it because you're not an American nationalist. You're not even an American. All you are is a globalist, okay? A globalist. Elon Musk, once again, brother.
Oh, all you are is a globalist. Mm-hmm. And he finally just threw in. He flew in. And he assaulted native-born Americans, and he silenced native-born Americans and maligned them because we dare to speak out about our opportunities being plundered by outsiders who don't share common values. So you know what? Fuck you, Elon. You can take my check mark away. You can have it. You can take all that shit away. Like, this shit is too much. Too far. Too far. And the reality here is that nothing on your platform is worth that kind of bullshit. Nothing. Yeah. People are just speaking the truth. He's a globalist shittard who can't fucking wipe his own ass and couldn't protect his own kid. And that's the end of the story, right? So don't come over here trying to act like you're the big man in town because nobody fucking voted for you, and we will all fucking turn our backs on you in a second because we could give 2 fucks about a billionaire. We don't care that you need to buy security because you're afraid of ending up like the CEO from United Healthcare. We don't care. Because, to be honest, you're kind of a piece of shit. Just saying. Just saying. And now, I should manage my current subscription, cancel, continue to cancel, and cancel. Cancel. So, like, I'm not paying him any more money after I heard all that stuff. Like, that's the straw that broke the camel's back to me. That's the thing that's killed me over the years and working. And Cherie has seen me, like, I've been working my ass off to try to build a fucking company out here. And I've been doing it, but, we get setbacks all the time because some new fucking Pajit squad comes in and starts undercutting us on everything that we fucking do, and it basically destroys any forward motion that we were having, to the point where like, hey, I get paid good. I have some months where I make good money. Like this month, not a month that I've made good money, but it's also Christmas time, and Elon is a douche bag. Elon is a retard. My reason the subscription has been canceled is Elon is a retard. Fuck H-1B visas. Yep. Yep. So where do we go from here, my friends? Well, where we go is away. And that's it for today. That's all I have to tell you. Hope to God there's some good shit to talk about tomorrow that isn't this stuff that we could go on of. But, you should expect to see me again tomorrow. I'm going to start consistently trying to do at least 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Let's just try to get back onto that schedule, and I think we'll be pretty good. But, at the end of the day, getting jobs is hard, man. Everybody makes fun of me because, I'm supposed to be an internet e-beggar, even though I'm not begging anybody for anything. I'm just asking for a roof over my head so I can make it. I mean, I got a year, bro. I went down to everything, looked at all my notes and stuff, and, as long as I can get good work consistent work for the next year, I'm out of the hole completely. Well, not completely. I still have that fucking $42,000 student loan debt to deal with. But I mean, at least, everything else is paid off. The car, the rest of the credit cards, which is not a lot, just next couple of months. But, main thing I've always been worried about is getting the car paid off. And then I got to figure out how I'm coming up with the money for fucking paying off my student loan. I might actually have to fucking code something. I just have to figure out what I'm going to code. But I feel like this next year is going to be real interesting, guys. Whenever Cherie and Leon get back over here, and if it doesn't snow, I mean, it hasn't snowed yet, which is pretty weird. It's snowed one time a little bit out here, and it hasn't snowed since. So, I mean, we might be able to just start working. There's a lot of stuff to be done over at that other property, and I already put everything together and stuff that I needed to do. So, I think we'll be able to help them out with that. I don't know. Be doing a lot of stuff I've never done before, but at least I have all the tools and know how to do the stuff now, which makes me feel a lot better. So that's pretty much it. And damn, dude, we had Father Time over there on fucking Twitch, bro. Father Time on Twitch is sending us some bits, bro. Sending us some bits. He sent us 1,000 bits. Oh my god. What's 1,000 bits? I don't even know how much that is, but it sounds like it's probably a lot. Sounds like it's probably a lot or whatever. It's more than 100. It's 1,000. It's $10, bro. Isn't it $10? Yeah, it's $10 because it's 100 bits is $1, so that means that 1,000 bits is $10. Yep. And what I get for Lunchy for Christmas, I didn't get Lunchy shit for Christmas. She just didn't die. You see her right there, all passed out? Look at her. Did you guys see her doing that? That blanket was over there. She's got that thing all wrapped up over there. She's got the other blanket, and she's laying on it like it's a bed on her side. Lunchy. Jeez, are you dead? Oh, maybe she's dead. Yeah, I don't know. Let's check her out real quick. Are you dead, or are you just comfy? What you got going on over here? You got your T-bone, and then you got your bed? Oh, okay. I was just checking it out. This wasn't over here. You had to put that over there yourself. Yep, right next to the heater, where she likes it. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else for you guys tonight, so see you later. Elon Musk is a shithead. Now it's official, and everybody else is starting to see it. That's nice, but what do we do now? I don't know. So, later. Hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, do all that stuff. Either way, bye-bye now. Have a good one. Later. Lunchy, you're a little ham. Are you doing that because you're cold? Yeah, actually, it's kind of cold right now. I gotta turn on the heater up. Let's turn this heater up. There we go, Lunchy. Let's go look outside. Oh, windy as shit today. It's windy today. Oh, no, this is cold and windy. No snow yet. No snow. What the hell, dude? Somebody sent another donation. Well, thanks, Baby Perfect, for that $1.99 super chat. Appreciate it.